Good morning, good afternoon, good day, sir. I had a plan this morning to get up at 7 o'clock and go to one of the 3 mobile food pantries that are in our new area. I forgot to set my alarm. Thankfully, I had the alarm set for school, but I did not have it set early enough to get up and go. And I was like, that's all right, we're good. As some of you know, some of you may not know, we have new subscribers. Let's check in with these new subscribers, or those of you who don't have my life memorized. We are a family of 5. They're 5. It's my husband and myself, our 11-year-old, our almost 2-year-old, and our 4-month-old. And we live in Utah. We are almost 40. I'm not a young spring chicken like I think some people think I am. Maybe you guys don't. Maybe I think I look younger than maybe I'm in denial, especially with this cute hair falling out at the 4-month-old stage. Anyways, we ramble on this channel. My husband works full-time, more than full-time, and we decided when my job ended in July of 2022 that I would stay home. And I found out I was pregnant shortly after with the baby, so that actually worked out. Before I hear stereotypes and all of this, or go get a job, I actually have 2 bachelors. I have worked my whole life. Before I met my husband, made a decent amount of money for my oldest daughter and I. And even after we got married, we had a very different lifestyle than we do now. We both were working, and we had a woman who lived with us that we took care of, and we got compensated for taking care of her. It was kind of like a foster care type situation for an older adult with disabilities. And then life changed and we stayed home. And yes, I could go to work, but we've done the math and not even thinking about being away from my babies, but to pay someone that we trust would pretty much take up a whole paycheck. So we could buy groceries pretty much after. I'd work to buy groceries and I'd be away from my babies. With my oldest, I didn't get to stay home. She luckily was with my mom, and I worked about 70 hours a week while going through school for my first bachelor's with her. And my husband was like, I want you to stay home with our middle. And then with the second one, 2 under 2, I don't want to miss all this stuff that goes on. I want to be able to spend time with my babies and hear their new words that they say and all the funny things that they do and all the crazy things that she drives me. So I stay home. We bring in a decent salary, but with housing and cars, and my husband's car's paid off and it's super old, and I drive a not cute minivan. I don't have a fancy car, but with car payments and car insurance and just everything, we have a tight budget. So we started going to the mobile food pantry just to supplement our groceries. We do get WIC. That helps a lot with fruits and vegetables. WIC is a program, if you don't know, for women, infants, and children. And they give you X amount of certain foods depending on how old your children are. And then if you're nursing or if you're pregnant, I really think it should just be called PIC, people, infants, and children, because it's literally produce, grains, which could be brown rice or a loaf of bread, some cheese. We're not getting soda, we're not getting anything fancy. You can't just go pick whatever you want. It's certain brands, certain foods. And I think it should be called PIC because I think everybody should be entitled to not feel hungry, and everybody should get a stipend for some fresh fruits and a loaf of bread. I don't see why everybody can't have that. But we get that. And when we lived in Salt Lake, there was a lot of food pantries, mobile food pantries that we would go to. Sorry, scratch that. There was not a lot we would go to. We went once a week. There was a lot around in the area. We moved 45 minutes north, and the mobile food pantries are limited here. I was given the name of a local church that you go in and shop. Now, I've always been about this because if for some reason I woke up tomorrow and there was no WIC and no food pantries, I could figure out food. Would we have as much fresh fruits and vegetables? No. That would break my heart because literally half of what we eat is produce. But we would make it work. So it's a blessing, and I felt like going to an actual location, maybe we wouldn't meet the income limits. Maybe I was taking from other people who, without this type of program, have nothing. But today I decided to go and check it out and see what the requirements were, what, even if I don't even know if we met the requirements. And it was crazy for a family of 5, the income limit, and how ridiculously high it is compared. I don't know what I thought. I thought it was going to be like $2,000 a month for a family of 5. It is not. So you should check it out if you are like me and don't think that you might make too much, and we do not. So I thought, you know what? We're here. Let's try it. Let's do it. We qualify, so it's not like I'm cheating the system or anything like that. And at this particular one, you get registered, and they give you this little card that you can come once a month, and you show them the card. It's good for a year, and then your card tells them what color you are. So there's 3 different colors. I think it was blue, red, and yellow. Blue was the highest family member group. I'm not sure how they break it up. But then you would look at the food and you would say, okay, my card's blue. I can get X amount. That's the limit. So you walk through with your little cart and you look at each section, and then you can pick so many of that. Like cereal was the first thing, and you could pick 2 off the cereal. There's our friend Sherman and his mom Hama. You could pick 2 off of that. There were some sections I did not pick anything from, like the dessert section. I didn't feel like we don't need ice cream. Let somebody else have the ice cream. I didn't take the full quantity of milk because I get milk through WIC, but I did want a couple just to stick on my shelf. I actually think you can get that kind with WIC when I feel like a jerk. But just to have on hand. In the meat section, you could get 3 chicken and then 1 of each kind of meat. And then it was unlimited on the produce. They had some in boxes and then some in a cold section. I did not take even 1 of each of the produce because, again, there are a lot of other people who need to go there. I'm not trying to be selfish. I'm going to take what I can eat in addition to what I have that won't go bad. The plums, some of them are a little soft. We had a little interruption. So back to the plums. I didn't want to take that many, and I'm sorry if I repeat myself. I'm actually recording this video in kind of a 2-parter, and then in the middle recording a second video. I'm not sure which one will be first. So one's what we got, and then one is utilizing something we got last week that I've been curious to kind of test out. So I will do my best to edit it out, but I am not perfect. So back to the plums. Some of them were soft. I'm not going to sit there and dig through the boxes and open all the boxes and find all the hard plums. I'm not going to be a jerk and be the plum thief. So I grabbed 5. There's 5 of us. 1 of us doesn't eat anything but milk, but I thought 5 is a good amount. Perfect. I grabbed 1 bag of sweet potatoes. You'll see later. Enough it's supposed to be for a month of food. Could I probably have used 2 bags of sweet potatoes? Yes. I'm not going to be greedy. I grabbed 1 bunch of bananas. I grabbed 1 salad. So that's just kind of how I did it. Other people do it different. Other people might not see it greedy. I guess I shouldn't use that word. That's kind of being judgmental. So scratch that from your mind's jury. I'm not going to be rude, and I'm not going to judge other people. You do you again. For me, I felt like for my family that would be an excessive amount and something that would not be utilized, and then it would wind up going to the chickens, and that would mean that I'm literally taking food from someone else to feed my chickens, and that's, in my opinion, for myself, ridiculous. They're not supposed to be my chickens. So we did limited on that, and it was overwhelming, the amount of blessings. It was crazy. I'm so excited to come up with some dinners and feed my family. I'm already thinking of all the things I can make. You'll see as I go through. I recorded the frozen part earlier because I needed to get that in the freezer, but I had to take care of the kids. So I wanted to make sure I kind of had that done so I didn't have to pull it all out because that seems silly. And extra work for myself. So thank you for stopping. I truly appreciate it. Hopefully I can give you some inspiration from what you see on my table and what I say on what you could maybe make if you get something similar. Try again. So we are going to get into it. Let's go. Okay, round one. We're going to do the frozen stuff first, and then I probably will have an hour or two before I film the next part because I got to feed this little lady who is next. She's been very into hats and she's wearing a bib on her head right now. Got to get her some lunch, but I got to get this in the freezer. So first round, we have this Market Side Extreme Bacon Pizza. Friday nights is pizza night at our house, so we will use this in 2 days. Best by date is 8/28, but this is frozen. It's a little, just slightly thawed just from the drive home. So it has bacon, mozzarella, and cheeses. So I think what I'll do is add like tomatoes. I love broccoli on pizza. We'll add a whole bunch and make it just like a really topping heavy pizza with stuff we have at home. I got a pack of pork sausages. They are the sweet mild. I'm going to do next week, and I'll show you when we get down a little bit down the line what I'm going to do with these. Okay. It was my birthday. We were supposed to. It was my birthday, and we were supposed to go out for my birthday. It never happened. Just money and everything, and also I don't want to go out to eat and leave the girls at home and they don't get to go. Like, I don't think that's fair. I'm fine spending my birthday at home with them, but we're going to show you this. And please ignore the mess behind me. Again, not unpacked. This is the catch-all table. That's literally a bag of mail. It's on my list. But so, sorry, that was a roller coaster. A beef filet mignon. What the actual heck? $19. So I think maybe we have like a light snack one day, get the girls in bed, and maybe my husband and I just have a date night at home, and we have this filet mignon, and I think that would be great. And we have everything on this table or in my car for date night, and we don't even need to go out. We don't need anyone to watch the girls. I think that's perfect. Okay, so you could pick 3 chickens. It was one of each on the other meats. This is just chicken breasts. It is 2.5 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breast. It looks like, I can't tell if it's a little freezer burn or just the ice. Then we have, holy crap, have not had wings in 50 years because why are wings $4.99 per wing? Like, seriously, sometimes if I'm real hungry, I'll open up DoorDash and I'll like look at all the things I wish I could DoorDash, and I'm like, why is it $10 for like 6 wings at restaurants? That's insane. But wings, we're gonna have wings for dinner next week. And then a bag of, and this is a 2.5 pound bag of chicken tenders, or chicken tenderloins, sorry, but easily made into chicken tenders or used for whatever. I have seen this. I love these pickles. I have seen this at Walmart, I think, a bunch of times, and I just can't buy it because I don't know if I'll like it and I don't want to spend money on it. But it's called pickle de gallo, and it's a pickle-based salsa. And I'm so excited when I saw this there. I was like, heck yeah, I've been wanting to try that. Huge container of cottage cheese. 3 pounds. I don't love cottage cheese because of the texture. just to eat, like in a bowl. But I'm wondering maybe in and I've eaten it, but I've never made it, a lasagna with cottage cheese. The girls, the bigger one's making the little one laugh. So I think that's what we'll do with that. A Kickin' Buffalo Ranch chopped salad kit. And sometimes I'll use the veggies in here and like egg rolls and stuff if they don't have salad, like a lettuce salad. This one does, but maybe we'll have that for lunch today. A bag of sweet potatoes, and there are lentils still in the car. So next week also on the menu, a lentil sweet potato curry. Also somewhere, a can of coconut milk. So perfect, there's dinner. And then, like I said with pork sausages, I was gonna put it with something else. Huge bag of kale. This is 1 pound. So I think we'll do like a zuppa Toscano soup. I think I just named 17 dinners in the matter of 2 rows. So we're gonna have to like bring that back in a little bit. My middle one likes bananas every morning. So a bunch of bananas. I have no idea what to do with these, but I was like, challenge accepted. Shelled hazelnuts. Excited to figure something out with that. A peanut butter and a jam, and you got one of each of those. I don't remember the limit on those, but I know the produce was pretty much as you want. But again, that's such a hard thing for people to get that I'm not going to be greedy and take a bunch. Like, and then it goes bad. Like, what good is that? I think there was a limit of 2 or more on these. In the section there was cakes and stuff like that, but I don't want to bring cakes and cupcakes into the house just because we don't need it. Unless they're putting it in my trunk, I'm not going to pick it. But almond poppy muffins seemed like a really good, just quick breakfast. So what I usually do is I slice them in half and then I freeze them and pull them out as needed. And then this was a limit one, and I know I just said I don't want to bring junk into the house, but I thought this is a very small bag. It's 4 ounces. And it is just like a good little treat for all of us. And it's not a cake. We do not need a whole cake. Between the 4 of us who eat more than breast milk, that's not that much of a treat each. So stay tuned. Let me go put this away and feed the babies and then unload. All right, we have our second round. We have 3 of these dried fruit and nut mix. It looks like there's craisins, walnuts, raisins. Oh, here we go. Dried cranberries, walnuts, raisins, cherries. So that will be good. I used to love a mix from Costco that had some of that with pistachios in it. So maybe I can try and recreate that. A big bag of pretzel sticks. And there's Sherman. In case you've missed him, he has water on his head. He was just helping me wash dishes. We have 2 bags of flour. I believe those are just like the 5-pound bags. 4 bags of rice, 2 pounds each. What? Bag of diapers. We're not quite in a 4 yet, but we will be soon. This bag of ciabatta rolls. I thought that would be really good for some sandwiches next week. Maybe like a avocado turkey sandwich or something. I don't have avocado or turkey, but that's what sounds good on it. Waffle and pancake mix. We belong to, on Facebook, our local, it's called like Buy Nothing group. And someone was giving away one of those little Dash pancake makers, and my daughter was super excited and asked if we could have it. And she's been making pancakes all the time, and it's super cute because she makes them for her little sister. And then I did get the limit on these because we love lentils. And these are 2-pound bags, and there's 4 of them. 2 containers of raisins. I thought those might be good for snacks. This big box of honey bunches of almonds, and there's 2 bags inside, so it's like 2 boxes of cereal. 2 of these shelf-stable milk, and I like these because they're lactose-free, so my husband can have them. And I had some in my food storage, but we had to use them when we moved. After we moved, we didn't have any milk one day, so we opened one up. So just got a couple of them to replenish what we needed. I did not get the limit on those. 1 little tiny mayonnaise. It's 15 ounces. Some chickpeas. a big bag of cookie dough cereal. I thought this might even be good just eaten plain, like as a little snack with some fruit after nap. A big bag of rolled oats. We do oatmeal a lot in the mornings. 3 bags of egg noodles. And it's funny, I just had to go buy a bag yesterday for stroganoff because I couldn't find any. And then our canned goods. So I don't use a lot of cream of whatever soups. I think they're kind of gross looking, but I don't really know a alternative. So I don't tend to cook with them a lot, but I don't have any right now. So I thought 2 of each. And look at that mushroom. Who am I? A little tiny can of mandarin oranges. My daughter likes that in yogurt, my oldest. And then, excuse me, you could get like 29 of these. I don't know why you could get so many. You get, I think, like 6 or 8. Sorry, I exaggerate. But it's just large cut vegetables, and it looks like peas, potatoes, carrots, celery. And I want to make some stew tomorrow night with the rest of the roast. I cut up a roast into stroganoff for last night, steaks for tonight, and then some soup. I do have a lot of fresh vegetables and fruits right now, though, so we'll see. 2 cans of green beans and 2 cans of corn, and I believe you could get 10 green beans or so, but we've gone through a lot of them. We've been trying to eat them, but I didn't need that many, so I just got a couple in case I decided to do canned veggies in the soup. I could throw that in with that big can next to it. Some canned corn, and I don't have any on stock. So I grabbed the limit, and I know I just got those diced tomatoes, but I thought it would be nice to have some not frozen too. So I got 2 cans of diced tomatoes, and then holy guacamole, coconut milk. What the heck? That's amazing. I don't have any. And 2 cans of black beans and 2 cans of garbanzo beans, because we are pretty much out of beans that I can find. Unless in the move they got put somewhere. I don't have any idea. I'm like, where are my canned beans? And then I've never had these. Sorry. They're 24 ounces. They're ground pork and juice. Fully cooked. And it looks like it's salt and pork. So maybe in a soup or enchiladas or something like that. And then you could get 6 cans of tuna. 2 of them were really big. And then I got 4 little cans. And then a can of beef with juices, which I'm assuming is like this pork. And I was thinking maybe some barbecue pulled beef sandwiches, which would be good on that ciabatta bread. Look at that. We don't ever have to buy food again. And a can of sardines. I got that more for cooking and stuff, not to eat plain. And then we have 2 more items. This was interesting. You just got handed the box if you wanted it. And it just is a bunch of these little original ruffles. And then some creamy ranch dip. But I thought, well, these would be cool too, even if you make like a veggie tray or something. Since we're by family, we're always going to family events and bringing a dish. So chopping up some veggies with one of these might be a good alternative. This bag of cat litter, almost 40 pounds. Super excited about that. So I really hate the background. Okay. So as I mentioned, sorry about the glare, it's either that or my garbage table. I mentioned a bunch of stuff that I can do with this, and I'm super excited, super grateful. Thank you for stopping. If you need food and you feel like you make too much money, you never know. Google food pantries, mobile food pantries. The mobile food pantries usually don't have an income limit. I'm not saying like, hey, if you're a millionaire, hey, you know what? If you're a millionaire, you do you. I'm not judging. They don't have income limits. You can go, you get what you get. Again, this one we shopped. I've never done that before. But I kind of, in a way, like this a little bit better if you meet those requirements, because this is seriously food for more than a month for my family. And going once a month is fine, because I can take that sausage, that pound of sausage, and take half of it and use it with these lentils to beef it up. I can do so much with all this food, and I'm so grateful. Thank you, everybody. Stay healthy. Hug your loved ones. Let them know how much you care about them. And thanks for stopping. Bye.